Hello today. So today we're going to tie a rainbow warrior. Just an outstanding fly, and uh, I don't really know that there's a season for these because I've used them several times all throughout the summer. Um, but that's what we're going to tie today. Super simple and just a great fly. So I got one already prepared here with the bead. This is a size 12 with an 1/8 inch silver tungsten bead, wide gap, which I really like. I've got these in 14s and 16s also, but I like to use a 12 for the video. Got some red 70 denier thread, just uni thread. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Just lay a thread base down. And I usually go back to about the start of the bend of the hook. Okay, and then for the tail, we use just some pheasant tail fibers. Those aren't very good. So don't use a whole ton of them. I don't know, maybe half dozen or so. Oh, I got some that are tips are broke off of those, so we'll just peel those off. All right, so maybe half dozen, 8 pheasant tails. Make sure all the tips are aligned. And these kind of go down the bend of the hook a little bit, so I do about the size of the shank length there. And then just go ahead and wrap those in. Get them going down a little bit. And then you can come back up. Whoop. If that finger's getting in the way, go ahead and bring this back up. Snip those off. All right. You can use different kinds of tinsels and things like that. I happen to like to use this Mirage Opal tinsel, and this is a medium. You can see that there, medium. I think that looks really good on the body. Like I said, I've seen lots of different variations with this. Red hooks, red beads. I've seen people use holographic tinsel and stuff like that on it. There's just a lot of variations and stuff like that, but this is the one that I like to tie and works well for me. And I have seen lots of other people tie this exact same pattern, so it's nothing new. It's nothing unique to me. It's just the one that I like and the one that I use. So I just tie this in and run it back down to the start of the tail. Okay, and run my thread back up, and I try to do just a little bit of a taper here. Nothing big, just a little bit, because we use dubbing too, so doesn't need to be anything perfect. I just put a little bit on there. I nicked my thread. I hate when I do that. So just a little bit of a taper like that. All right. And then go ahead and with overlaying wraps, just start wrapping your tinsel up the body. And I overlap it about 50-50. Okay. And I usually keep easily a dozen of these in just about every box I take. Even if I'm going to do, just dry flies, or even I take them to the lakes too, and I just do stillwater fishing too. I mean, they're just a fantastic fly. So, oh my God, I missed. Well, that turned out to be a mess, didn't it? I let go of that before I was ready. Sorry, what a waste of time that was. Let me get that back straightened out here. That is one of the beautiful things about fly tying. You can always fix your mistakes. As long as you get it in time. I hate when that happens, but I know it happens to everybody. If it's never happened to you, then congratulations. But yeah, it's happened to me several times. That and breaking my thread and all that fun stuff. So there, let's try this again. Now we'll go around it. That's better. So I do a couple wraps behind it, and then I'll lay down a couple wraps on top of it. Back like that. Trim it off. Okay. Then I'll just kind of bring this back to where we're going to do the dubbing. And I use a rainbow dubbing also. It's really stringy, almost like seal's fur. But obviously it's synthetic. I apologize. I don't remember who made it. Probably Hairline. I get most of my stuff. It's Hairline, but it's just this rainbow colored dubbing. Really stringy, so it's a good dubbing. So I just apply that on there. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't dub real well. It doesn't wrap up real tight or real well, which is okay. But just put it on there and we just start wrapping it up here. It doesn't have to be huge, so I usually end up getting more on there than I need by a lot, which is pretty par for the course with me. So we'll just take that back off. Let's go with what we got there. So I'll go with that. I'm going to snip this off. Then I do a little collar behind it there, a red collar. All right, we do a whip finish. And cut the thread. And I like to get some of these longer fires and trim them off because there's really nothing, no legs or anything on this that I usually do. Some people might, but I just trim it off and kind of bundle that up. Rainbow wire. A little bit of head cement on that where I cut that off, and we're good to go. If you guys have any comments or anything, please leave them, or any suggestions. I'm all ears, and please subscribe. Thank you.